Good evening. I'm Paul Jess, Executive Director of the Florida Justice Association. Today, April 12, 2019, is the end of the 6th week of the 2019 legislative session. We are now 2/3 of the way through. As always, I'm not going to cover all the good and bad bills and amendments in this video. Please read the written legislative update report in your email for a complete list. Although this week was slightly less hectic than prior weeks this session, there were still several significant developments. This past Monday, the Senate bill on dangerous instrumentality doctrine for equipment like front-end loaders, Senate Bill 862, was heard in the Senate Judiciary Committee and passed. This bill would immunize owners of special mobile equipment like front-end loaders if they lease the equipment and require the lessee to have $100,300 in liability insurance. We will continue to work to kill or amend this bill. It's on the agenda to be heard again next Wednesday in the Senate Rules Committee. Last Tuesday, the bill that would require certain evidence of medical damages at trial, a bill we call LIMP, an acronym for Limitations in Medical Payments, House Bill 17, was heard in the House Judiciary Committee. Your President-elect, Leslie Kroger, gave excellent testimony against this bill. Although several Republican committee members spoke up with criticisms of the bill, it passed on a straight party line vote. The next stop for this bill is the House floor. Fortunately, the Senate companion to this bill has never been heard in any Senate committee. Yesterday, the House Assignment of Benefits Bill, HB 7065, passed the House. The House bill that passed is very problematic and will de facto prohibit assignments because it will allow insurers to sell policies that are non-assignable. There was some good news in the House bill, however, because it completely removed the auto glass issue. The Senate companion of this bill, Senate Bill 122, will be heard next Wednesday in the Senate Rules Committee. Also next week, we are hopeful that Senator Tom Lee's good auto insurance bill, Senate Bill 1052, which moves Florida to a mandatory bodily injury liability minimum insurance standard, will be heard in the Senate Appropriations Committee, the bill's last committee of reference, which meets on Thursday. On the other side of the coin, a House bill that shifts PIP to a lower reimbursement rate will be up on Tuesday in the House Health and Human Services Committee. This bill, House Bill 1317, tells part of the story of the attack on PIP that is forthcoming unless Florida moves to a responsibility-based standard for auto insurance. If you can, please consider coming to Tallahassee for a few days during these last 3 weeks of the legislative session to help us lobby. Many thanks to your FJA leaders and members who have been coming to Tallahassee to protect the rights of your clients. I'd like to remind you to download the FJA app, available for download from the App Store. Instructions on how to do so are included in this email. Once you do, among other benefits, you will get important push notifications when legislative issues are coming up and directions on how to take action. FJA also has an Action Center under the Advocacy button on our website. There you can find bills, position papers, talking points, and everything else you might need to discuss these issues with your local legislators. Please do call or email your legislators about these issues. Make them understand that their constituents care about these issues and how they vote. And finally, thank you for everything you do for your clients, for all Floridians, and thank you for being a member of the Florida Justice Association.